Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine and you are safe at your homes, and I also hope that you are taking good care of yourself as well. Okay, this is our English lesson, and today is Monday. As you all know, we always have a video lesson on Monday, and our date is 20th December 2021. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, we should start our lesson, and first of all I should write down the date and day for you. Today is 20th December 2021. Sorry. This is your English lesson, and our day is Monday. And this is for class 6. So, any guesses that what are we going to do today? क्या पढ़ेंगे हम आज? Okay, I will tell you myself. Today we are going to learn and revise direct and indirect speech. So our topic would be, is direct, indirect speech. Direct speech, so yes, I would like Fatima Imran to tell me what is a direct speech. As this is a revision lesson and you have read it before, so I want you to tell me what is a direct speech. Good, very good. These are the exact words. The exact words of a speaker. Excellent. Direct speech, it uses the exact words of our speaker. If a speaker has said something and we are directly writing or quoting it, and we quote it in inverted commas. We always use inverted commas to report or to say, use direct speech. Yes, this is a direct speech when we are having exact words of a speaker. And the opposite of it, indirect speech, what it is? Indirect speech. Yes, Usman Bahu, I would like you to tell me what is an indirect speech. Good, very good. Indirect speech, it reports, another person reports what a speaker has said. It reports what a speaker has said. Good. So, whenever we are having the exact words of a speaker, that would be our direct speech. And whenever another person reports what a speaker has said, it would be our indirect speech. Our direct speech is always quoted in inverted commas or written in inverted commas, and indirect speech, it does not contain any inverted commas. Okay, so moving towards how we are going to change direct speech into indirect one. So we have read it before that we go through some changes. There are few changes that we make in order to change our direct speech into indirect one. So what kind of changes those are and how do we do it? We are going to learn it one by one. So we have major 4 types of changes that we are going to revise today. The first change is the change in tense. But before that, I should give you a simple example of direct speech. Direct speech example. Sorry. The baby is sleeping, said John. Now this is my direct speech and this is my example. Now how I am going to convert it into indirect speech? So the changes I will be telling you further in this video, but before that I will give you the example of how I am going to change it into indirect speech. Now how am I going to write it? This part it will be coming in the first. John said, "Pehle isko le aayenge." Now we have to remove inverted commas because inverted commas are involved in direct speech. So whenever we remove these commas, we always write that John said that the baby was sleeping. So the baby is sleeping, said John. Indirect speech में किस तरह convert होगा? It will be John said that the baby was sleeping. This is how I have changed it. Now let's move on to our changes that we are going to make. There are few changes and that we go through. For example, our first change is the change in tense. Now you have observed it before that the example of direct speech, it was in present continuous form, but when I converted into indirect speech, it was in past continuous tense. So we have a few changes in our tenses. For example, this is a column of direct speech and this is your column of indirect speech. Now, what are the changes? We have different forms of tenses, not the similar one. We have past tense, simple future, future continuous, everything. So how we are going to change it? For example, your simple present tense, it will be converted into past tense, simple past tense, simple one. Simple present will be converted into simple past. Present continuous, it will be converted into past continuous. Present perfect will be converted into past perfect. Simple past will be converted into past perfect. And lastly, simple future, it would be converted into past future. So this is our first change, that is a change in our tense. Okay, this was our first change, that was change in tense when we change direct speech into indirect one. Now coming to towards our next change, that would be the change in time. The change in time. Now we have words of now. Now will be converted into then. Today, yesterday, tomorrow, last week, last month. So this is our direct speech. How we are going to convert it into indirect speech? The first one will be now will be converted into then. Today will be converted into that day. Sorry. Yesterday, the previous day. Tomorrow, the next day. Last week, the previous week. Last month, the previous month. So these are the changes that will be occurring in the time. Now will be converted into then, today, that day, yesterday, the previous day, tomorrow, the next day, last week, the previous week, last month, the previous month. Now the next change that would be occurring, it would be into the pronouns. Change in pronouns. Okay, I'm going to erase it. I hope you all are noting it down as well, because these changes are very important. You have to learn it by heart if you want to remember it for a long time, because you cannot forget it. If you learn it today, you are going to learn it by heart and you will be remembering it for the rest of your lives. So the next change, it would be the change in pronouns. I, we, and you. I, we, and you. I will be he or she. We, they, you, they / he / she. So these are the changes in our pronouns. I will be converted into he / she according to our subject. We will be checking it. Then we have we, it will be converted into they. You, it will be converted into they / he / she. Our next change is the change in our pronouns. No, sorry, pronouns, we are done with pronouns. The next change is the change in place. Here, this place, these places. Here here will be converted into there, this place, that place, and these places, those places. So these are the basic changes that occur in indirect speech when we are going to change it from direct one. The first one that we read was changes in tense. Then we had some changes in time. Then we had some changes in pronoun, and then after that we had some changes in our place. Now coming towards the example of these all, we should do some examples as well. Let's quickly revise these rules according to some examples. Examples. Indirect. The first example, I am not feeling well, said Ali. Now, as I have told you that we are going to bring this part at first, and now how we have to indicate, now we have to identify how many changes we are going to do according to the changes that we have read. I am not feeling well today. Okay, this would be the final sentence. Now, I have a change in tense. The first change, the second one first. The first one is change in pronoun. Then I have change in tense. Then I have a change in time. So we have to change. We have to make three changes here. That we are going to change a pronoun, we are going to change our tense, and we are going to change the time. Now let's do it. Bring this part at first. Ali said, okay, a quick question for you of your revision. Yes, Khadija Zubair. What did I say before? Very quickly, you have to tell me that before what I have told you, what are we going to put when we are going to remove our inverted commas? Excellent. I am going to put that. Excellent work. Ali said that. Now, I have told you that I will be converted into he/she. But Ali is a male. So I am going to put he. Ali said that he am not feeling present. Now I am going to convert it into past. Ali said that he was not feeling well. Okay, today, how we are going to convert it? Yes, Wajahat Anis. Today will be converted into that day. Excellent. That day. Very good. So, can you see we had to make three changes here. This is how we have converted a direct speech into indirect one. I hope this was clear for you. So this is for you as well. If you are going to, I'm going to give you a few examples and you are going to convert it. You always have to look for the changes that you are going to make. How you have to identify the number of changes that is to be made, that are to be made. Okay. So let's quickly move towards our activity of the day, of the sentences that I am going to give you. Okay, I shall erase the board and I shall give you the examples to convert. Rewrite following statements in indirect speech. Your first sentence. I shall tell Fatima to come. Said Aisha. This is your first sentence. Your second sentence. Have you finished your work? Asked the teacher. This is your second sentence. Your third sentence. I am preparing food. Said John. This is your third sentence. Your fourth sentence. We met our teacher today. Said the children. This is your fourth sentence. Coming towards our fifth and the last sentence, that is we have caught a rabbit. Exclaimed the boys. So this was your last sentence. Now you have 5 sentences and you are going to convert direct speech into indirect one. First, you have to identify how many changes you are going to make. After that, you are going to attempt it. And this is your homework. You have to complete it in your neat notebooks. You have to do it, and don't forget to put the date and day. The 20th December and Monday is our day, and you have to do your work neatly. Draw your margin lines, write it properly, kindly follow the rules of cursive handwriting, and you have to complete the handwriting page as well of today, that is of Monday. Okay, we should quickly revise it that what was our lesson about. Our lesson was about direct and indirect speech. Direct speech, it always contains the exact words of a speaker, and we always write it in inverted commas. On the other hand, indirect speech, another person is reporting what a speaker has said, and we make a few changes. There are few changes that we make in our indirect speech when we are converting it. For example, we have the change in tense, we have the changes in our pronouns, we have our changes in our place, and we have our changes in our time. So we have to be careful about the changes, because once you have learned it, it is an easy concept, a very easy concept, but you have to learn it first. And the rule that I have told you, that you should first identify how many changes are there to be made, and after that you can easily do it. So do complete your work, do it on your neat notebooks, and don't forget to mention the date, day, and your topic. So this was all. Thank you so much and take good care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.